Sam and Jack were traveling late at night. They were tired and needed a place to stay. Suddenly, they saw an old hotel on the side of the road. It looked dark and broken, but there was a sign that said, "Rooms available, free breakfast." Sam got excited and said, "Free breakfast? Let's stay here." Jack looked at the hotel and felt uneasy. "This hotel looks scary, but okay," he said. They walked inside. The hotel was silent and cold. At the reception, they saw an old man with long white hair and red eyes. He looked at them and said, "Welcome to the haunted hotel. Stay if you dare." Haha. Sam, who was always thinking about food, asked, "Do you have burgers?" The old man shook his head and said, "No, only ghost food." Jack was confused and asked, "Ghost food? What's that?" The old man smiled and said, "You will see at midnight." He gave them the key to room 13. They took their bags and went upstairs. At midnight, a loud noise came from the hallway. Someone was knocking on their door. Sam sat up and said, "Maybe it's the free breakfast." Jack looked at him and said, "It's midnight, not morning." They opened the door, but no one was there. Suddenly, a creepy voice whispered, "Leave now or stay forever." Jack got scared and said, "That's it, we are leaving." But Sam refused. "No way, free food, remember?" he said. He sat on the bed, and suddenly, a burger started floating in the air. Sam pointed at it and said, "Jack, look, a flying burger, it's magic." Jack shook his head and said, "That's a ghost, not magic." The burger started talking. "Don't eat me, I am haunted." Sam's eyes got bigger. "A talking burger? Now I really want to eat it." He jumped to grab it, but the burger disappeared. Suddenly, a ghost appeared. It was a funny ghost wearing a chef's hat. The ghost smiled and said, "I was the hotel chef, but I made bad food. So now I am stuck here." Jack asked, "Bad food? What do you mean?" The ghost sighed and said, "I made a soup so terrible that even ghosts ran away." Sam was curious. Let me taste it." The ghost looked surprised. "You really want to try?" Sam nodded and said, "I eat everything." The ghost gave him a bowl of green glowing soup. Sam took a big spoonful and ate it. Suddenly, his body started glowing like a ghost. Jack jumped up and shouted, "Oh no, Sam, you are turning into a ghost!" Sam started floating in the air and said, "Cool, I can fly now." The ghost laughed and said, "Ha ha ha, now you must stay in the haunted hotel forever." Jack thought fast and threw salt at the ghost. The ghost sneezed loudly and disappeared. Sam looked at Jack and said, "That's it? A ghost is afraid of salt?" Jack nodded and said, "Of course, salt removes bad spirits." Sam smiled and said, "Good, now let's find breakfast." Jack shook his head and shouted, "Forget breakfast. Run." They ran out of the hotel, laughing. As they reached the road, the hotel suddenly disappeared behind them. The next morning, they went to a normal restaurant. Sam looked around and asked, "No ghosts here, right?" The waiter smiled and said, "No, but we do have green soup." Sam and Jack screamed and ran away.